So today we will discuss about the dual cycle of your chapter 5, that is gas power cycle. We will discuss your article number 5.3, that is dual cycle. Before we will discuss Otto cycle and diesel cycle. So in the dual cycle consists of 5 processes: 1 to 2, that is isentropic compression; 2 to 3, constant volume heat addition; 3 to 4, constant pressure heat addition; and 4 to 5, expansion; and 5 to 1 is your constant volume heat rejection. So see, same compression, expansion and exhaust will be there, 5 to 1, heat rejection will be there. But in the dual cycle, there are two constant heat supply process. One constant volume heat supply, one is your constant pressure heat supply process. Okay. 2 times the heat will be supplied, here 1 time the heat will be rejected. So this is the PV diagram. If you go for the TS diagram, 1 to 2 isentropic compression, 2 to 3 constant volume heat addition, 3 to 4 constant pressure heat addition, 4 to 5 expansion, and 5 to 1 is your heat rejection. This is the PV and TS diagram of dual cycle. Okay. 1 to 2 isentropic compression, 2 to 3 constant volume heat addition, 3 to 4 constant pressure heat addition, 4 to 5 isentropic expansion, and 5 to 1 is your constant volume heat rejection. Okay. Let's discuss about the efficiency. So if we consider, then what is the heat supplied? Qin is equal to Cv T3 minus T2. Because here 2 to 3 the heat will be supplied at constant volume. So heat transfer will be here at constant volume. So in specific heat will be here specific heat at constant volume Cv into T3 minus T2. Unit is your kilojoule per kg. What is your Qin for constant pressure at 3 to 4? For constant pressure, Cp is equal to Cp into T4 minus T3. That is your heat addition. Okay. Highest temperature minus lower temperature T4 minus T3. Then what is your total heat addition Qin? Qin is equal to Cv T3 minus T2. This will be plus Cp T4 minus T3. So what is your Q out? The heat will be rejected from 5 to 1 process. The 5 to 1, that is your heat rejection. So that will be your Cv T1 minus T5. The heat rejection is taken as negative. So it should be your Cv into T5 minus T1. So what is the efficiency? Efficiency is equal to 1 minus Q out by Qin. So what is your Q out? Cv into T5 minus T1. What is Qin? Cv into T3 minus T2 plus Cp into T4 minus T3. So 1 minus, if I rearrange this one, this Cv will be divided here. So Cv by Cv is your 1, Cp by Cv. If you rearrange this one, the Cv will be divided here. So Cv by Cv will be what? 1. Cv by Cv will be 1 Cp by Cv. That is equal to Cp by Cv into T4 minus T3. This Cv will be divided here. So Cv by Cv 1 and Cp by Cv. So what we got? 1 minus T5 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2 plus Cp by Cv. What is Cp by Cv? Cp by Cv is equal to gamma. Gamma into T4 minus T3. So heat addition, there are two heat addition. The one is a constant pressure, constant volume, and heat rejection, that is 5 to 1. Clear? The next. So this I am putting this one as the equation number 1. T5 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2 plus gamma into T4 minus T3. So what we have to do? We have to convert all the temperature T5 in terms of a T1, T2 in terms of a T1, T3 in terms of a T1, T4 in terms of a T1 temperature, T3 in terms of an initial temperature. That we have to convert. And then we will put all the temperature value, then we will find out the efficiency. What is compression ratio? Compression ratio is total volume by clearance volume. What is total volume? See here. You can see here total volume is here. This one V1. Total volume V1. Clearance volume, that is Vc. Vc is equal to also what? V2. So V1 by V2 is your what? V1 by V2 we got, that is your compression ratio. Okay. Then what is cutoff ratio? See, cutoff ratio where the fuel supply end. Where the fuel supply, fuel injection will be start. Fuel injection will be start at 3 point. Fuel injection will be supply will be end at 4 point. Is not fuel injection. So V4 by V3 will be give what? Will be give you a cutoff ratio. And what is expansion ratio? volume after expansion means expansion will start at 4 point, end at 5 point. So volume after expansion means V5, before expansion V4. So V5 by V4 will be give you what? Expansion ratio. Okay. Then we will consider the first process, that is isentropic compression 1 to 2. So we know that T2 by T1 is equal to R to the power gamma minus 1. What is T2? T2 is equal to T1 into R to the power gamma minus 1. Okay. And second process is your constant volume heat addition process 2 to 3. The volume will be constant. V2 is equal to V3 is equal to Vc. Then, so what is the property relation? Property relation will be P2 by T2 is equal to P3 by T3. So what is T3 by T3? In T3 by T2, T3 by T2 is equal to P3 by P2, that is known as your pressure ratio. Okay, that will be known as your pressure ratio here. So what is T3? T3 is equal to Rp into T2. What is T2? T2 is equal to T1 into R to the power gamma. So in place of a T2, what we can put? T1 into R to the power. So T2 we got in terms of a T1. Yes or no? Then T3 we got in terms of a T1. Then we will discuss T4 and T5. So constant pressure. Then next process is your constant pressure heat addition process, that is 3 to 4. So we know that constant pressure means P3 is equal to what much? P3 is equal to P4. Constant pressure process P3 is equal to how much? P3 is equal to P4. So in this case, what is the property relation? V3 by T3 is equal to V4 by T4. So if I rearrange this one, T4 by T3 is equal to how much? V4 by V3. What is V4 by V3? That is equal to cutoff ratio. So T4 is equal to how much? T3 into rho. What is T3? Rp into T1 into R to the power minus 1. So rho Rp T1 R to the power gamma minus 1. So in place of a T3 we can put Rp T1 R to the power minus 1. So we get 2 T4 in terms of a T1. The next process is your 4 to 5, that is isentropic expansion. So in the expansion process, T5 by T4 is equal to how much? V4 by V5 to the power gamma minus 1. That is the property relation of isentropic process. So V4 by V5. What is V5? V5 is equal to V1. Why? Because 5 to 1 is your what? Constant volume heat rejection. So V5 is equal to V1. So in place of our V5, what we can write? V1 we can write. So if I multiply here V3 by V2, we multiply V3 and divide V3. Multiply V2 and divide V2. What we can? So here are now applying the chain rule. V4 by V3, 3 to 4. Then 2 to 3. V3 by V2, then 2 to 1. V4 by V3 into V3 by V2 into V2. So we multiply V2, divide V2. We multiply V3, divide V3. So V4 by V3 into V3 by V2 into V2 by V1 to the power gamma minus 1. Okay. So we know that V3 is equal to V2 because 2 to 3 are constant volume process. So that will be cancelled out. What is left? V4 by V3 is equal to V2 by V1 to the power gamma minus 1. So V4 by V3 is equal to rho V2 by V1, that is equal to 1 by V1 by V2. So that means 1 by R to the R. So 1 by R means rho by R to the power gamma minus 1. So what we get? T5 is equal to T4 into rho by R to the power gamma minus 1. So what is your T4? Rho R T1 R to the power gamma minus 1 into rho to the power gamma minus 1 by R to the power gamma minus 1. So here R to the power gamma minus 1, R to the power gamma minus 1 will cancel out. What is left? Rho Rp T1 into rho to the power gamma minus 1, we can write rho to the power gamma by rho to the power 1. So rho to the power 1 into rho, that is rho will be cancelled out. It is left. T5 is equal to rho to the power gamma Rp T1. So we got T3, T4, T5 in terms of a T1. Now put in the equation number 1. What is T5? Rho to the power gamma Rp T1 minus of T1. What is T3? R to the power gamma minus 1 Rp T1 minus what is T2? R to the power gamma minus 1 into T1 plus gamma into what is T4? R to the power gamma minus 1 rho Rp T1 minus T3 is equal to the value you have to put. So what is common here? Here common is your T1. T1 will become outside. Clear? So what is common here? R to the power gamma minus 1 T1. Here also R to the power gamma minus 1. It will be common now. Okay. What is left? Rp minus 1. Here also Rp T1 rho minus 1. Here also Rp T1 rho minus 1. That will be common. So it will become outside. Okay. Or you can say R to the power gamma minus 1 T1 will be common outside. That they are common. So it will be taken outside. So what is left? T1 will be cancelled out. What is left in that? T1 will be cancelled out. So we can write also 1 minus 1 by T1, this T1 will be cancelled out. It will be taking common, it will be cancelled out. What is left? 1 by 1 minus 1 by r to the power gamma minus 1. What is left? Rho to the power gamma rp minus 1 divided by rp minus 1. Here r to the power gamma minus 1, here also r to the power gamma. It will be taking outside. So what is left? rp minus 1 plus gamma into rho rp minus rp. So rho rp will be taking common. So rho to the power gamma rp minus 1 divided by rp minus 1 plus gamma rp into rho minus 1. Rp will be taking common. So gamma rp into rho minus 1. So what is the efficiency? Dual cycle efficiency 1 minus 1 by r to the power gamma minus 1 into rp rho to the power gamma minus 1 divided by rp minus 1 plus gamma into rp into rho minus 1. That is the dual cycle efficiency that you have to remember. Okay. So this is the efficiency, dual cycle efficiency of the IC engine. So with this your gas power cycle will be completed. Next we will discuss some problems.